Come here, a whole month. Why?
I was like, yeah. Eventually, I would want to buy this house because
You must show Frank you still buy. You should kind of like saying.
Nimeingia meeting.
Tumecheza vile kasi. Nice. Hadi ile na team. Watu lazima iwe kuipata. Tena wanaleta ile na team hapa. Nataka ya hapo.
Niko naniambia tu kuna kazi gani na gani?
Kuna hii, kuna kama ile ya ID.
Nenda nyuma.
Eh?
Nenda nyuma.
Ah, kuna sababu za vile kuna
Ati no party. No party, no party.
Hi guys, let's give a couple of minutes to people and then we can start. We have Deeksha already here, so yeah.
Hello everyone. Hi Pradeep.
Yeah, hi Deeksha. Let's give people a few minutes and then Kushal can start with the introduction and then we can start.
Yeah, sure.
ila hii ya kitu unaweza pata mtu wa kutest mse wa field ile ya imzi remember kitui kitui basi
Okay, uh, I think we can get started. So first of all,
F2 ni nani kivuitu
thank you everyone for registering for the event. So today, like Pradeep mentioned, so we have
amena sawa mimi
Deeksha.
town
So she will be talking about the Azure certification training. So this is basically a 3-day program that we are conducting. So today's agenda is, I think Deeksha can brief you in detail, but we will be covering a cloud basic in today's event. And tomorrow also we are having, at the same time, we are having a architecture component topic. So you can sign up for that as well. And on 23rd, we'll be having a last event for this series. So you can check out the Satyava's website for more details about these events. And on behalf of Satyava, I would also like to welcome and thank you, Diksha, for accepting our offer for uh, training with us.
Yeah, thank you, Kushal, for, for introduction. So, hello everyone. Myself Diksha Sharma, and I'm working on data engineering domain. And I am also a Microsoft certified trainer, providing training on data domain and on Azure basically. So, in this demo, in this session, I am going to cover most of the things on the fundamental stuff what we have, and if you guys are planning to move on Azure side, or maybe you are looking for your career to start in Azure side, so how we can start, what are the exams we have on different domain wise, and for a beginner person, okay, how you can start building your skills in Azure side. Okay, so in this session, basically we are going to cover all this topic. Okay, as day one, we are starting from the basic cloud concept. Okay, like what is cloud and difference between different cloud concepts. Okay, what are different types of clouds we have available, like public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. What are different type of services we have, like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Same way, what type of data as we need to deal. Okay, on working on Azure side, how you face different type of data. Okay, and what are the different options, different approaches we should consider as per your type of data. Same way, how Azure is going to charge you. Okay, on that basis, what are the different consumption based model we have. Okay, so at the time of working on any Azure services, you get an idea. Okay, for using particular service on Azure, how Microsoft is going to charge you, and when should you start, when should you stop the services. And on day two, we are going to cover what is Azure. Okay, and what is reasons, what is reasons pairs, okay, how Microsoft has designed their data center, okay, what are the subscription, what is resource group, okay, how we can create these services, how these services are connected with each other, okay, how basically this Azure functionality will work, okay, what is Azure resource manager, different type of Azure resources, Azure services which we have. Like if you are working as a developer, so if you move on Azure side, so as a developer, what are the different services you have available? If you are a data scientist guy, okay, then what are the different Azure services you have for your domain? Similarly, if you are working as a data engineer, then what are different services you have available on Azure which you can use, and you can build your business model, okay, and as per your requirement, you can build your as per your business requirement, you can fulfill the solution using these services. So in our next class on tomorrow, we are going to cover about the Azure thing. We will see how we can enable free account on Azure side, how you can create some basic services, explanation about these services. That thing we will start from tomorrow. Today we are going to cover about the concepts of cloud, what is cloud, different type of cloud, these things. And on third day we are going to see how we can access these Azure services, what are different methodology we have which we can use for accessing these different services. Like you have created some virtual machines, some storage, so how you can create, how you can access, what level of access you need to build the services, okay, how you can grant or revoke the access to other user, okay, you how you can put some logs, okay, what are the security model you should be used while setting up your resources, your services. So these, in these 3 days we are going to cover fundamental stuff, but these are key things while working on the Azure side or any cloud. You will be make sure these things will be there, okay, for you started using any service or any cloud. These are the basic fundamental steps usually you will see we are following up, okay, maybe are you moving with another cloud or with Azure. So these are the key things you will see on that part, okay. So if I move for the day, okay, so in today's we will start with Azure fundamentals, okay. So this is very fundamental beginner level topic we have pick up, okay. So the person who is completely new and they have no idea basically on Azure side or maybe on any cloud. So I picked up that topic, okay, which usually for a beginning level, okay. So today, as I mentioned, we are going to cover all these topics, okay, like different type of clouds, what is cloud and how it will work, okay. So we'll start first of all with the introduction of the cloud, okay. So yeah. So first of all, what is cloud? So earlier we know, like in the early days, we usually try to store everything in PCs, in your computer, and you have a file system, you have everything stored in your floppy disk, okay, everything we store in your floppy disk. Or in the older days when we do not have a computer, okay, so that time also we used to store our data, okay. So data is in our world is always there. Earlier we store our data in files, okay, maybe on paper files, that time we are storing. And once this computer will come in the picture, after that we move to floppy disk, hard disk, okay, where we have like 32 GB or 64 GB storage, we have capacity this much have, in that we are storing our data, okay. And if we look at the organization level, they are maintaining this hard disk, okay, for maintaining their data, okay. So in that case you need to maintain physical storage, okay. Either you need to maintain some paper files for storing your data, or you need to maintain some hard disk or floppy disk for maintaining your data. So you need to maintain some uh, physical things to store your data, okay. But now from this time, instead of maintaining this physical assets, okay, physical hardware or software, okay, we prefer to choose everything. We do not want to maintain anything, okay, locally. We want to maintain everything on a cloud side. So exactly what is cloud? Okay, so cloud basically come in the picture where you do not need to maintain any physical asset, physical hardware. Instead of that, you move completely on the particular you share everything on your resource, everything on cloud side. Okay, so cloud refer to the server that are accessed over the internet. It means your data, your server, everything will be available on internet. Okay, you are not hosting, you are not maintaining locally anything. Okay, not server, not any properties, any hard disk, no, nothing required from your side to be maintained in locally. Okay, it is going to maintain everything over the internet. You just need to go, you just need to log in. Okay, and you are able to access your data. Okay, if any software, any database, any server, okay, any application is required, they can directly connect. Okay, you do not need to maintain any connectivity. Okay, you just need to authenticate and you are able to access your data and everything. Okay, cloud server are basically located in a data center. So now someone will ask you this time, okay, hey, earlier we were maintaining physical copy, okay, physical hardware, software, but now you move to internet, you are just accessing your internet and you are uploading everything there. So where exactly it will store? Okay, where you are storing all this thing? Anyhow, behind the scene, somewhere at some place you are storing these details. Okay, so now this data center will come in the picture. Okay, in that you will buy your cloud vendor. Okay, you have some contract with your cloud vendor. Okay, now your cloud vendor will have somewhere their data center. Okay, maybe in different location they have their data center where they are maintaining their data, your data, okay, or different data. Okay, so in that case you are not maintaining any physical server. Okay, it's your vendor who is maintaining these physical server. For example, in nowadays, uh, we have multiple cloud providers available. Okay, it could be AWS, it could be GCP, it could be Azure. Okay, so if you are moving with Azure, okay, so Microsoft is managing your data center. Okay, Microsoft is managing everything for you. If you are moving with AWS, then Amazon is managing everything for you. Okay, you are going to use AWS, so that's why Amazon has their own data center where they are going to manage everything. Similar way, if you choose to move with GCP or any other cloud, then your cloud provider is going to take care all this thing. You are not the, you are not going to take care all your data, all your server. Okay, nothing physical setup required from your side. Your cloud provider are going to take care everything. That's why in today's world people are switching to cloud. Okay, because there is no infrastructure setup required from your side. Okay, and you just need to pay whatever you are going to use. Like suppose I am going to use particular memory. Okay, like for my side I need only 64 GB space. Okay, so I don't need to buy a floppy disk, hard disk. For that I am going to pay for 64 GB. If somehow I need extra one, then I can add on that too. If I am not going to use 64 GB, then I can reduce that also. So these are the flexibility provided on cloud side. Okay, using this cloud side, okay, you can manage your application, your data, everything will be hosted on internet. Okay, where you can see, okay, my maybe I belongs to particular location, particular region, but my data is highly available for all the user. Okay, maybe I belongs to some different user but a different location, but my client belongs to different location, but my data is highly available for all the user because I have, my vendor has data center in different location. Okay, so if your client or your user belongs to different location, still your data is available. That concept we follow under this cloud. Okay, that way all the cloud service provider has designed their cloud that anyone who is trying to access your data, your data is available. Okay, there is no downtime. Okay, there is no latency. Okay, and you do not need to maintain anything. Cloud service provider is going to maintain everything for you. Okay, so here if you see we have this user device. Okay, and we have server, different application and different databases. Okay, maybe I have two databases and two different virtual machine, two different server. Okay, which is hosted, which I'm going to use. If I'm going to set up everything at my own, okay, like I am not moving to cloud, instead of that I'm preferring to stay in my own location. Okay, so in that case I need to maintain server. Okay, I need to maintain database at my own. Okay, I need to add, buy all the physical thing, physical asset, and software installation, all the thing I need to take care at my own. Okay, then I need to set up everything. But here if you move to cloud, okay, nothing is going to worry about from your side. Okay, your cloud service provider is going to take care each and everything. It just like single click, everything will be available for you. You just need to do the configuration. So are you guys with me till now? Did you guys get an understanding what is cloud? Any questions so far? No. Okay, so we'll move to next slide. Okay, so why should we move to cloud? Okay, now we get an understanding. Okay, what is cloud? But now if you ask like why you should be moving to cloud, okay, what are the benefits we are getting? Okay, we are maintaining our data in our local also, but still why should you plan to move Azure or AWS or GCP or any other cloud? Okay, so why should we move to any cloud? So these are some benefits provided from your cloud side. Okay, so it is a cost, if is cost wise. Okay, if you see, if I'm going to manage my own setup, okay, I'm going to set up my own server, okay, and everything. I need to buy a LAN, I need to buy some physical server, I need to train 2 to 3 people who is going to take care this server. Okay, I need to manage this licensing, softwaring, everything I need to manage at my own. Okay, so I need to maintain the cost on that way. But if I'm planning to move to any cloud, then everything will be hosted already in cloud. I just need to go and choose what service I want to use, what configuration I want. Maybe I want 2018 version, 2019 version, okay, anything. So what server I want, what platform I need, what runtime I need. I just need to do the configuration. I need to choose what service I need, and accordingly, I'm going to charge on that basis. Okay, I do not need to set up anything extra. Somehow maybe I at a particular time, okay, I have set up like 64 GB is going to use, but maybe I got my data volume or my application connectivity will be increased. So I need this time I need 100 GB of space. Okay, so if I'm setting up everything locally, then I need to add one more layer of node. Okay, for improving, for enhancing the capacity. But here on the cloud side, it's just a single click. You need to tell how much compute power, how much storage you want to allocate. So it will be available from 64 GB to 100 GB in just a click. This flexibility will provide you on Azure itself. Okay. And same, it is a global scale. Okay. The benefit of this cloud computing is you can scale up or scale down. As I mentioned, at a particular time, you need from 64 to 100 GB. Then in a one click you can add. But now I don't want 64 GB. I want only 50 GB. So why should I pay for more for 14 GB? Okay. So in a single click you can scale down also. Okay, so it will provide you scalability in that, flexibility in that. Okay, same thing at a performance wise. Okay, as I mentioned, each cloud service provider has their own data center. Okay, like whatever in worldwide they have created their data center. Okay, so it's not like if you belongs to particular suppose East America region, and you are trying to access your data from Australia. So it's not like there is any latency or any other thing. Okay, your user, your client, okay, anyone who is trying to access at any single point of time, your data is available for all the user. No matter the user is accessing your data from which location, at what time, your data is highly available for all the user. Okay, so these are the benefits we provide. My all the cloud service provider they are providing you. Okay, same thing if you moving with the speed. Okay, you can see if you want a particular service to be available for you, so it's just a single click, you can click on start and stop. Okay, like I have a virtual machine. Okay, and I want to be available this virtual machine in the day, not in the night, because I don't want to pay the amount for night. Okay, so in a single click I can start and stop my virtual machine. Same way I can improve the storage, I can improve the performance. Okay, like initially if for compute power I have associated, this time I can scale up and I can associate 8 compute power, then my speed of my particular resource, particular service will be increased. So I can work on performance wise, I can optimize my performance, I can maintain the speed and everything on my resource. Same way we will, if we are working on the cloud side, okay, we will see more productivity are coming up. Okay, so suppose we are working as a team. Okay, and here we have like 10 people, and 10 people are working on different technology and different service. But if we are on cloud, okay, so at a particular time 10 user also can connect with single service. There is no dependency that a particular limited user can access your service. Okay, and limited time duration, nothing will be there, and all will be on the same page, same service. Okay, so you guys are also in sync. What are the different activity, different things we are going on your data side, on your server side, on your infrastructure side, everything. Okay, so it will increase your productivity. Again, it is a reliable. Okay, if you want to take some backup, okay, you want to maintain like any failure happen, everything is it is going to take care from your cloud service provider. Okay, if any failure has happened, okay, you have a like failure option, you have option of backup, everything you have available. So this is the beauty of a cloud. Okay, where at a one single platform you can use all this functionality of the cloud, and you can build your solution, okay, as per your business requirement. Any question so far? No. Okay,
Diksha, there is one question in the chat. You can check it out.
okay, let me go back. Okay, so yeah, VM is a virtual machine, and how we can set up. So for setting up VM, we should have some prerequisites. You should have a required ID access. Okay, you have required access on Azure or any particular cloud. After that, you need to create one VM. You need to set up that VM. Okay, so like if you want to use virtual machine service, okay, so in that you just need to go. You need to pass on the configuration. What type of operating system you need. Okay, like you need a Linux virtual machine or Windows virtual machine. So you need to tell, okay, what type of imaging you want to do. So everything you need to set up all the configuration. Then you just need to deploy a virtual machine. Okay, so there, but initially before that we have some prerequisites like accessing, creating some resource group. These are some prerequisites we are going to cover. before that.
Yeah. So Diksha, let me add one more comment. See, it's a fairly basic thing around the. So the question is about what is a virtual machine. So think of it like, today you have a computer in your house, whether it's a i7, i5, whatever. Um, this is essentially the same thing, but what is different typically is that that when this machine is in the cloud, it may be a real machine, as in there's a physical machine allotted to you, or sometimes it's a very powerful machine which appears like multiple machines. So there is we can share some links after this call around what is a virtual machine. Thanks. Sorry to interrupt you, Diksha.
Yeah. Yeah, so like basically, if we go for the understanding why what is virtual machine, as Pradeep has mentioned, so similar way, like right now I am using my own personal laptop. Okay, so this is a physical machine I'm using, a physical asset I have. Okay, but when I move to cloud, okay, I'm working on different machine, but I don't want to set up 2 to 3 laptop in front of me. Okay, so instead of maintaining a physical machine, we will choose to prefer go with a virtual machine where you have a same setup available. Like I have a laptop, same setup you have available, but it is virtually. Okay, you are not maintaining a physical asset, physical server to you. You are maintaining everything on virtual, on cloud side. Okay, you can same way like how you log in into your laptop, open this PC and go to different places. Same way you can go inside that also, but it is virtually available for you, and you can set up through any cloud. Okay, so okay, so as I mentioned that cloud provide you more flexibility and everything. Okay, so we like whatever service we have available on a cloud side, they are following some cloud concepts. Okay, they have basically some idea for designing all the services which we are referring here. Okay, so for any cloud if you choose on that, they are following these different cloud concept. Okay, like high availability, scalability, disaster recovery, these are the main things which we follow. Okay, while designing, while working any service, any solution. Okay, so if we see first of all like high availability. Okay, so in a high availability side, I have a particular resource. Like for example, I have a one database, okay, where I have stored my data, or maybe I have a particular service, okay, on Azure I have created. Okay, so I'm trying to access that particular service. Okay, like I'm trying to access, I'm trying to log in into database. Okay, so how much time my service took to respond me back? Okay, so I'm trying to log in into SQL or any particular database or any particular application, maybe from virtual machine. So during that time, I am trying to log in. Same time, it is able to respond me back. It means I am able to connect with my service. One more example is like suppose you have any website, you are trying to log in into you are trying to access any website. Okay, and when you are login, so it is keep loading. Okay, it is not available for you. Okay, you are not able to even see a home page or any particular page. So it means it is not available during that time for you or for any user. Okay, so Microsoft will provide you 99.99% SLA. SLA stand for service level agreement. Okay, that all the services which you are going to use on Azure, it is highly available. Okay, so on that basis, we can see whatever service I'm going to use. It's not like this is available for particular user, this is not available for another user. So in that case, we have a particular particular service is available for all the user from different location. Okay, so yeah. So like I'm belongs to particular location as I mentioned earlier also. and I'm trying to access my particular Azure service. Okay, so this service is accessible for me also, for you also, okay, and for n number of user who is trying to access my service from different places. Okay, so it means my service, my data, okay, all the things are highly available for all the user. That's why we have different data centers options available. Okay, it means my data is accessible, okay, no matter if I belongs to same data center location or I belongs to different data center location. Okay, so when you are purchasing, when you are doing a contract with any cloud provider, okay, for moving ahead with any service, that suppose you plan to choose Azure on cloud side and you are planning to move on Azure side, that time you are doing a service level agreement with that. In that, Microsoft will assure you that 99.99% all the services which you are going to deploy on Azure is available for you and there is no downtime, okay, and nothing will be there. So this is about high availability, when your service is highly available for all the user at particular time. Next is scalability. Okay, so in scalability, as I provide you example earlier, okay, like I have data of 100 GB. Okay, so after that I maybe do, okay, so maybe I have a database, or maybe I have a data of 100 GB. Okay, and after particular time, okay, I saw that my database is consumed completely, or maybe I need some more space, some more storage. So that time I can go to my service, I can scale up, where instead of 100 GB, I can scale up to 200 GB. It means 100 GB extra storage space I have added to my service. Same way, I found that I do not need 100 GB space. I need only 150 GB. But I already configure my service to be used 200 GB. So what I can do is I can go again and I can configure my service to be charged for 150 GB only. Okay, so I do not need to go and pay for 200 GB. I am going to pay for 150 GB only. So this is the flexibility, okay, where you can scale out, okay, as per the requirement, and you can scale in. Okay, so scale out means you are removing extra compute power which you have added, and scale in, yeah, means you are adding more compute power. Okay, so scalability is basically the ability of a system to handle growth of user or work. So if we saw one more example here, okay, so we have, suppose there is some Amazon or some sale is going on, maybe some Christmas sale is going on any website. Okay, so during the day, usually you see, okay, there are thousands of users are coming up. Okay, but normal days you will see thousands of users are coming up, but on a particular sale day, okay, maybe like today is a Christmas sale, or these 3 days is for Christmas sale or New Year sale. Okay, so during that time you will see user traffic will be high. Okay, your user traffic will be very high. So if you have maximum capacity is this one, okay, and your user will increase more than your maximum capacity, so it means this time your app failure has happened. Your app is not able to respond all the user, right? Like suppose initially 100 user are able to connect, but after that whoever is your new user, they are not able to connect with your site. Okay, your site has failed, okay, your site has crashed, so because it reached your maximum capacity. Okay, so in that way we have this scalability option. Okay, if you see, okay, now my maximum capacity is reaching by my customers, so now I can scale up. Okay, and in that I can scale up my maximum capacity of 200 GB or 200 GB. Again I see, okay, there is now user requirement is less. Okay, now user number of user are decreasing, so I can scale down. Okay, I can scale out. So as per that, in a one single click, you can scale up and scale out your Azure services. Okay, whenever any particular compute power is required, you can add on, and if not required, then you can remove. Okay, so this come under your scalability. Okay, so these terminology you will usually see when we move on the Azure service. We saw what are the different services we have. So that time you will see, okay, where we are following these different cloud concepts. Okay, so this is elasticity. Okay, another thing which we have is elasticity. So initially here, basically we are telling our service that, okay, when maximum capacity is coming up, I'm going to scale up. Okay, or maybe I'm going to scale down. Okay, I am going to take care of this thing. It is available in a single click, but I need to go and single click on my particular service. On that basis, it is going to scale up or scale down. But now this is your elasticity. Okay, here you are not going to tell to your service, okay, this time business requirement is high, your user requirement is high, so this time you can grow up. Okay, and this time you can scale up. Okay, in elasticity, this is the ability of a system to automatically grow and shrink as per your application demand. Okay, for example, we have particular the same way as I mentioned that there's some sale is going on. Okay, so your capacity will also increase. Okay, and your user demand will also increase. Okay, so number of users started logging in and trying to access your website or particular app. Okay, so your particular service will see, okay, now user demand is increasing, so it is going to allocate that storage to you. It will not wait for you to come up and tell, okay, this time you will scale up or you will scale out. Okay, no, it will be automatically grow. Okay, whenever your user demand will increase, and it will be automatically shrink. Okay, it will be automatically grow and shrink as per the requirement. Okay, you do not need to worry about that okay, this time my user capacity is increasing, so I need to go and scale up and scale down. No, it will be automatically grow and automatically shrink. You just need to tell how much capacity it can consume. Okay, minimum and maximum capacity you can specify here. Okay, but it will be automatically grow and automatically shrink in elasticity case. Okay, any question on scalability, high availability, and elasticity? We are good. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Abdullah, I see you have raised your hand.
Hello,
Yeah,
good morning, ma.
yeah, good morning.
Sorry, we are in the morning at my location
No
here
problem.
now. So on scalability,
Hmm.
I need a clarity on a scalable and elastic is quite convincing me. I don't know how to strike balance between two. Do you get what I'm saying, ma?
Yeah, like
Okay,
scalability and
please let.
elasticity both are working same, like allocating some resources, okay, some extra power to your service. But in scalability, you are going to tell at what time it will be increased, at what time it is going to decrease. Okay, you have specified minimum or maximum. In elasticity, you are not going to tell this thing. Okay, in elasticity, it will be automatically grow and automatically shrink. Okay, in scalability, you need to manage this thing. Okay, but in elasticity, you do not need to manage this thing. In both the way, it is going to allocate some extra compute power. Okay, but in one of them you are going to manage, another it will automatically do. Yeah.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma. But the last thing is that uh which of these three models of cloud will maintain the elastic? Is it the private, the public, or the hybrid?
So that thing we are going to cover, but yeah, in public cloud, we are going to cover what are different services we have available which follow this elasticity thing. Okay, this elasticity concept, which are different services will follow.
Thank you so much, ma. I am Abdullah Ibrahim from Nigeria.
Okay. So, okay. So now next is your fault tolerance. Okay. So far we have covered different cloud concept. One is high availability, elasticity and scalability, and fourth one is your fault tolerance. Okay. So in fault tolerance, if you see, suppose I set up everything on cloud side. Okay. Now, I'm using Azure. Okay, so now my Microsoft data center I'm consuming for all the services. Okay, like I created some virtual machine or some database. Okay, something like that I have created. So it means I'm consuming my Microsoft data center. So in my data center, something has happened. Okay, in particular server, in particular cluster, okay, in particular location, some failure has happened. Okay, maybe power outage, some network failure, some hardware failure, some connectivity failure. Something has happened in my data center. Okay, so as I have mentioned that I want to use my service from this particular region, this particular location I have specified, but in that location some failure has happened. Okay, due to that my data center lost the connectivity with my data. Okay, it means now I am not able to set up a connectivity. I'm not able to communicate with my data center. Maybe it will took 10 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes. Okay, or maybe 1 hour. Okay, this connectivity loss will happen for 1 hour. So during this 1 hour, whatever data I have, okay, it is going to loss. Okay, it is not going to reach, it is not going to connect with my data center. Okay, so what Microsoft will provide you in that case is we have paired reason concept here. Okay, availability zone concept here. Okay, this thing we have which will help you to move your data from one data center to another data center. Okay, so for example, in one of my particular area, particular data center, one particular server has down. Okay, went down during particular time. So my data will move to secondary region. Okay, second location. Okay, so like my primary location east to west. Okay, when my data center connectivity has lost, so it will move to secondary location. Okay, which is maybe your west us. Okay, so if your east us location is not available, it will move to west us location. Okay, so that's why we have data, or data is highly available from different location, different data center, because we have concept of replicating your data, we have concept of high availability. Okay, we have concept of paired reason. Okay, all these things we have available in Azure. Using that, we are maintaining, we are replicating our data copy from one location to another location. Okay, so that's why we can maintain these type of fault tolerance. If any failure has happened during that time, there is no data loss. Okay, there is no particular data failure happen. It will move to different location, different data center, or different region. Okay, so this is about fault tolerance side. Okay, next is same disaster recovery. So in disaster recovery, same thing as I mentioned that some failure has happened during particular time. So in that timing, okay, I lost my data. Okay, like for 1 hour, I am not able to set up a connectivity with my data center. Okay, during that particular time, yeah. Anyone has any doubt? Okay. Yes. Location means, as I mentioned, we have particular data center we have, right? So I'm going to deploy my service. Okay, I'm going to choose my service to belongs to uh, East US location. Okay, it means Microsoft has their data center in east west where I'm going to deploy my virtual machine or my database. Okay, so I'm referring to a physical location where Microsoft has their own data center. Okay, in this data center, I'm going to build my service. I'm not going to maintain my own physical data center. Okay, I'm going to use Microsoft data center this time, and I'm going to choose the configuration. Behind the scene, Microsoft is going to do build all the setup in their data center. Okay, yeah, yes, Abdullah, you have raised your hand.
Hello, ma.
So yeah.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much for your patience. Uh, Regarding I think you are taking us through fault tolerance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if there is any mismanagement or any problem that's suddenly triggered, whereby the user at that time they are not online,
Mm-hmm.
is the false tolerance going to bear that or amend that before the user comes up online? I didn't get how the mode of operation of that false tolerance.
Okay, so you mean like during that particular time when there is any failure happen and your user is not available,
Yes.
is not online, so how the person is going to access the data, right?
Okay.
No, like is this your question?
I mean, yes. Is it the Microsoft or the cloud? What do you call it? Management is going to be at the end of taking the risk of that
Yes.
problem.
Yeah, so in that case, your cloud service provider will take care this type of failure because they assure you 99.99% SLA, right? So it means they give you complete assurance that your data should be highly available and accessible. Okay, if there any failure happen when you are online or offline, okay, then it's Microsoft or is any other cloud service provider this is your vendor responsibility to manage all this thing, disaster recovery, manage this fault tolerance, latency, all this thing is going to take care from your cloud service provider.
Okay, man. Thank you.
DJ Anand, did I answer your question about the location? Are you good with that or any other doubt?
No, you answered it well. Thank you.
Okay, so now let's move to this one. Yeah, so yeah, so in disaster recovery, there is no data loss that particular failure time. Okay, your data will be available and accessible for all the user. Okay, and for all the services. Okay, now next is your economics of sale. Okay, so suppose I am managing everything it myself. Okay, I plan to manage my own data center. I plan to manage my own server. Okay, this time if I'm planning to manage everything at my own, I need to buy a land. Okay, I need to buy some servers. I need to buy all the assets. I need to hire 2, 3 people who is going to do all the administrative work, all the infrastructure work, assemble all the things and set up the connectivity, configuration, all the thing. Next, I'm going to buy some licensings. Okay, and I'm going to purchase some software. Okay, so in that case, I am maintaining my own data center. So I am paying all this thing and I am setting up all this thing at my own. Okay, so in that case, I need to pay more amount. Okay, maybe at a particular time, I got a requirement that I need more space. Okay, so I need to add some more nodes. I need to attach some more cluster. Okay, so I need to buy some physical node, some physical cluster and set up with my server. Okay, but if I move to Azure side, or any other cloud side. Okay, so in that case, whatever service you are going to use, you just need to log in. Okay, and you just need to configure. In a mouse click, everything will be available for you. Okay, you do not need to hire 2 3 people to train to do the administrative thing. Okay, you can set up everything at your own. Okay, you can build your solution, okay, at the same time. Okay, and also if you feel, okay, I do not need that much storage, okay, or maybe I do not I need more storage. Okay, so in a one single click, everything will be available for you. Okay, you do not need to add some node or some physical server or physical cluster with your devices. No, everything will be available in single mouse click. Okay, for you, you just need to go log in, you need to just set up the configuration, and everything will be available for you. Okay, and maybe in the night you do not need that much capacity. Okay, in the day you are going to consume that much capacity, like 10 users are connected with your server, but in the night nobody is going to use that. Okay, so in that case, your service will not be charged in the night. Okay, if you have set up the configuration, okay, that it will be auto shutdown, auto terminate, it will be stopped, so your service will be stopped in the night. You are not going to pay the amount. Okay, so if you see, if I'm setting up everything at myself, okay, it will consume more amount. Okay, cost will be high. But if I'm moving on the Microsoft side, okay, and I'm going to set up everything on Microsoft Azure side, okay, then it will be much cheaper as compared to setting up at my own. Okay, so that's why we have this economy wise, if we say like consumption wise, also cost wise also, this is less. Okay, as compared to managing your own. Same, we have some capital expenditure, we have operational expenditure. Okay, these things we have. So capital expenditure is when you are buying some physical assets. Okay, so for example, I'm buying this laptop. Okay, this time I'm buying this laptop, so I need to pay the amount for this laptop. Same thing, I'm going to buy a mouse, keyboard. Okay, I'm going to buy some server. Okay, these are my physical assets. Okay, so I'm going to pay some capital for that. Same way, after buying this laptop, I need to pay some amount for setting up my operating system. Okay, I want to set up some operating system, I want to set up I want to access the SQL server, so I want to buy a license. Okay, everything I need to set up, whatever software, whatever particular service I'm going to use, I need to pay that amount. Okay, so capital expenditure and operational expenditure you need to pay if you are setting up of everything you have. But if you are moving to Azure, obviously you need to pay some amount for operation and whatever service you are going to use, but you do not need to maintain any physical thing. Okay, and whatever service you are going to use, accordingly you can choose your configuration and you can pay for that. Okay, it's not like maybe you buy two mouse and you are not going to use that, you have buy two laptop, you are not going to use that. Okay, you need to pay the amount whatever you are going to use. Okay, you whatever configuration you did, you only need to pay for that. Okay, so that is about your capital expenditure and operational expenditure. So this is your consumption based model. Okay, so in your consumption based model on Microsoft Azure, as I mentioned, we have different services. Okay, either you are working as a developer or data engineer or data scientist. So for each service, Microsoft has their own different consumption model. Okay, like for some services, they are charging you on hourly basis. Like if you are using the service is up and running, then you need to pay this much amount on hourly basis. On other hand, there are some services they are charging you on minute basis. Okay, like you are processing some real-time data. It means on real-time basis you are receiving some data. Okay, so if your service up and running on particular minute, okay, so then you need to pay the amount on minute basis. Same time, you have set up some jobs, you have scheduled something, okay, and you are running some different jobs on that. Okay, and different execution you are doing. So Microsoft will charge you on that particular execution basis. Okay, so how which service you are going to use. On that basis, Microsoft is going to charge you. It's not like they are going to charge or apply this all these three model on one single service. No, for each service they have their own model. On that basis, Microsoft is going to charge you some amount. Okay, so these are different consumption based model we have. So any question, any doubt? Okay, disaster recovery, as I mentioned. Okay, in disaster recovery, basically whenever any failure has happened. Okay, so if there is any failure has happened, then particular your data has lost. Okay, so during that time, how the person who is trying, your application is sending data to your data center, but your data center connectivity has lost. So how your data is going to receive. Okay, so in that case we have disaster recovery option. If there is any failure has happened, okay, if there is any loss has happened, okay, during that time your data will be recovered. Okay, from that particular point of time. Okay, like from 10 a.m we lost some data. Okay, so we have this recovery point option available, so we can recover our data. Okay, and we can access our data from that time. Okay, so in that time, using this disaster recovery, there is no data loss available. Okay, so it means like the fault tolerance, when you have some failure has happened. Okay, so it will, your data will be recovered. Same in the disaster recovery, we have a different location available. Okay, where you have established your data. Okay, so in that data center, if your data is not accessible from one data center, your service will move to different data center. Okay, and you are able to access your data from that there. Okay, and agility, yeah. So agility means uh, when we have a particular streamline process. Okay, like when we have specified that we want to do some particular deployment. Okay, we want to set up some infrastructure, then we want to build some solution. Okay, then we want to use. Okay, so same structure you have in agility also. Okay, so whenever you need a particular service to, when you have store. Okay, so agility means the power of moving quickly and easily. Okay, so whenever you are moving your data, whenever you are connecting with any application, whenever any user are accessing particular service, so it means it is going to be easily accessed, it is going to quickly access the service, and it is going to set up the connectivity. Okay, that's why we have this agility options also available. So any question on this cloud concept? First of all, are we good, or any doubt? Okay, so if there is no question, then we will move to our next topic. Okay, which is our different type of clouds option we have available. Okay, so we have three different type of cloud available. Okay, public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Okay, so in public cloud, basically we have different cloud service providers. Okay, we have Azure, AWS, GCP, Informatica, Talent. Okay, we have some different cloud service provider where you can pay some amount to them. Okay, they can and after paying this amount, you can access their resources. Okay, you can access their services. Okay, so as per that, you have some service level agreement, you have some contract. Okay, once you signed in, then you are able to access the particular amount of resources. Okay, so they, public cloud is like a cloud which is available for all the user can sign up, and they can log in into their particular area, particular resources. They can access these resources and they can use. Okay, you are not building anything at your local, you are using shared cloud. Okay, and where you have particular services, for that you have paid. Okay, so if we see this diagram. Okay, here, There is nothing managed by managed in your own physical server. Okay, nothing is going to take care from your side. You do not have your own data center. Okay, everything will be hosted in your cloud service provider. Okay, everything will be run on your public cloud side. Okay, everything will be hosted on your cloud. Okay, there is no local hardware, no physical hardware required. Okay, some services could be shared. Okay, because this is a shared cloud. Okay, like I am also using Azure and you are also using Azure. Okay, but it's not like we are using same service. Okay, if I'm using particular service, then you are also using different service, but we are all are in cloud side. Okay, and we are paying some different amount for that. Okay, so this is about a public cloud where you need to pay whatever service you are going to use and everything will be hosted on cloud side. Okay, now next is your private cloud. Private cloud where you are maintaining everything in your local. It's like on premises, your own data center you are managing, on premises data center you have. Okay, where everything is going to run in your own data center. Okay, and everything is going to take care from your side. Okay, it means you are the person who is going to take care all the things, like you want to install something, you want to maintain some downtime. Okay, maintenance window. Okay, you want to upgrade something. Okay, you want to do all this thing, testing, administration, everything is going to take care from your side. Okay, you are going to take care all this thing from your side, and there is no other person who's going to access your data center. Okay, because this is not a shared one. Okay, this is owned by you, this is on premises. Okay, this is accessible for your organization for some limited user only. Okay, nobody can outside can access this particular private cloud. Now next we have is hybrid cloud. Okay, hybrid cloud is like combination of public cloud and private cloud. Okay, and you whenever you require, okay, you can scale up your private infrastructure to public cloud. So here if you see this diagram, now this time we have our own data center also and we have our cloud service provider also. Okay, both the things we have available. Okay, like sometime in organization level, in enterprise level, we see that people are maintaining their own data center, but they want to move to Azure. Okay, they have set up everything, but now they want to move to Azure, so they can move to hybrid cloud option where they can have flexibility to choose their own data center also and set up connectivity with your cloud service provider also. Okay, so this is combination of both public cloud and private cloud, and it will provide you great flexibility because you are getting feature of both the cloud. Okay, so this is about your hybrid cloud. So any question on this types of cloud? Are we good till now? Okay, so these are some differences. Okay, where we can see these are I need to buy some computing license, I need to buy some maintenance. Okay, all the things I'm going to take care. So here basically if you are moving into on premises. Okay, so in your on premises you are the person who is going to take care all the licensing and software stuff. Okay, so your physical server, network, infrastructure, storage, all the things you are going to take care. Okay, like I'm maintaining my on premises stuff, then maybe I need some physical server, I need to buy some license, all the things I'm going to set up in my on premises. But if you are on cloud, you are not maintaining any physical server. Okay, everything is going to be available on cloud. You are just going to choose whatever service you are going to use. Same way for maintenance. Okay, you are going to maintain all the hardware. Suppose you are upgrading like from Windows 10 to like Windows 8 to 10. Okay, so you need some downtime. Okay, you need to restart all the services. Okay, so that time you need to maintain maintain for your hardware, software, any antivirus, everything you are going to maintain. But if you are on cloud, Microsoft is going to manage all the things for you. Okay, there is no downtime, there is no plan maintenance window you need to plan. Okay, everything will be take care, upgradation, everything is going to take care from Microsoft or from your cloud side. Scalability, if you want to add some extra storage, as I mentioned, compute power you want to add on, then you can add another server node. Okay, you can add another particular cluster you need to add. You need to add some load balancer. Okay, physically, asset physically device you need to add with your server. But if you are on cloud, okay, you do not need to add anything. Okay, everything will be available in just a single mouse click. You just need to see you just need to see what type of configuration you need, how much scalability, how much option you want to specify. Okay, so next thing is again availability. Okay, as I mentioned that in on premises you have a particular server. Okay, and you have a particular data is available to particular user. Okay, because I have set up my own data center and my data center belongs to particular region. It's not globally distributed. Okay, so my data is available for particular data center region for particular location. Okay, but if I'm on cloud, okay, then Azure duplicates their customer data. As I mentioned, we have this region, this location concept. So suppose I have deployed my service in one location, it will be replicated to another location also, because my data is globally distributed into different location. Okay, same way for support. Okay, we have a like a some administration thing. Okay, some software side and some hardware side. Okay, all the things side we need a guy who is going to take care all the thing. Okay, if you are managing everything at your own on data center, if you are managing, then you need someone who can take care all this thing. Okay, who can manage all this thing. So that's why we have this support thing. Okay, you need a particular guy to be higher. Okay, on this for taking care all this thing. Okay, same way whenever any product update. Okay, whenever any particular service. Okay, then then it is going to take care from Microsoft side. Okay, so Microsoft will update product, they will update and apply all the customer for the product. Okay, you do not need to hire someone to take care all the services which you are going to use on cloud. Okay, Microsoft itself has their multiple document. Okay, Microsoft has itself their particular videos, their particular support. Okay, available for using any service. If you stuck somewhere, they are there to help you. Okay, total cost of ownership, where you can see, okay, I have an on-premises server system, everything I have. Okay, then I need to pay more amount. Okay, if I have everything in my local, then I need to pay more amount comparatively if I have everything will be hosted on Azure. Okay, whatever I'm going to choose, whatever configuration I did, I'm going to pay for that only. Okay, so on Azure, I'm going to I can track my cost, my charges on particular service wise. Okay, for this particular service, how much I have charged. Okay, on premises side, okay, how much thing I need to maintain at my own. So any question? Okay, so private cloud and on-premises are like on-premises side when you are maintaining your own data center. Okay, you are not moving with any other particular service. Okay, you are choosing directly this managing your own data center. Okay, like I am working with some enterprise. Okay, I'm working with some organization, and these organization have their own data center. Okay, it means this is not publicly available, nobody outside can access. Okay, we have limited access, we have limited users available. Same way on private cloud side. Okay, you want to maintain everything within that. Okay, Microsoft Azure also provide you private cloud flexibility. Okay, in that you are maintaining everything in your own. It is not a shared resource, shared cloud you are sharing with different people. Okay, so in that both are same, but yeah, in on premises you are managing everything locally. Okay, in private cloud, yes, it is on cloud, but this cloud is private for your organization, for your enterprise only. Okay, but in on premises you are maintaining everything locally at your own. Okay, so Mercy, does this answer your question?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So now let's move to next topic. Okay. So I have this different type of services available. Okay, on Azure. Okay, like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Okay, so this is just an example. Okay, so you guys can relate what type of service this is. Okay, and how we are going to use this. Okay, so for deploying any service on Azure, okay, whatever service you are going to use on Azure, these are belongs to under these three different category. Okay, either IaaS, PaaS, or SaaS. So if we saw the example, okay, this is just an example of a pizza. So you can relate, okay, using this pizza as a service model. So if you want to make a pizza at your home, okay, if you want to make a pizza at your home, so you need to prepare everything locally at your side. Okay, you need to create cheese. Okay, make toppings, tomato sauce, pizza dough, fire, everything you need to maintain at your own, right? So in that case you have like everything will be available in your local. Okay, you just need to maintain everything, made everything at your home. Now if you move to infrastructure as a service, okay, that time you have like the basic thing, like the green one, you are able to buy from vendor. Rest thing you are going to manage at your own. Okay, it means you go to market, you buy cheese, topping, tomato sauce, and pizza dough. These three, four things you have buy from market. Now you took this, you come to home, you bake all this thing, you put all this thing together, and you bake it and you eat it. Okay, so in that case, the initial infrastructure is provided from your particular service side. Okay, so now next we have is platform as a service. So if you see this example where you have order everything, okay, you have order everything from your like delivery courier boy side. Okay, they come to your door. Okay, and you can come to this you can order everything, it will be delivered at your location. Okay, and during that time you are able, you just need to sit, you just need to eat. Okay, nothing will be worry, nothing is going to take care from your side. Pizza will be delivered at your location, you just need to eat and drink with a soda. Okay, next is your software as a service, where you do not need to worry about anything, you will just go out and eat. Okay, everything will be going to take care from your restaurant side. Okay, so this is just an example of a pizza as a service. Same way if we move to this, okay, in this slide you are going to see how this infrastructure as service, platform as a service, and software as a service will work. Okay, so I have some application, okay, some data, some runtime, okay, some different operating systems. So if I'm working everything on premises, okay, then everything is going to take care from my side. Okay, everything will be managed from my side. Okay, but if I'm moving to infrastructure as a service, networking thing, where I can specify, okay, the person who belongs to this particular network, they belongs to this network or no. Okay, storage, serving, okay, virtualization, what type of operating system need, this thing is going to take care from your vendor. Okay, these all the things are going to take care from your vendor. You are going to take care only about your data, your application, runtime, middleware, all these things you are going to take care at your own. Okay, you are going to manage this thing. So on Azure side, example of infrastructure as a service is your virtual machine, okay, virtual network, okay, load balancer. These are some example of your infrastructure as a service, where Microsoft will provide you infrastructure. On that you can run your application, you can run your data, okay, runtime, everything you can manage at your own. Same way we have a platform as a service. Everything is going to take care from Microsoft side. you just need to take care about your data and your application. So example of platform as a service is your Azure SQL database, okay, web app. So where in database will provide you from Microsoft side. You just need to load your data, schema, table, everything is going to take care from your side. Okay. Same way, if you want to connect with any application, you are going to tell that. So this is about your platform as a service. So next is next is your software as a service. So just a minute, let me take a break, and after 5 minutes I will continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So in the software as a service, we saw um, everything is going to take care from your vendor side. Okay. You just need to log in. Okay. And if you have a required access already, then you are able to use that software. Okay. Like example of this software as a service is your Microsoft Teams. Okay. Here in your Microsoft Teams, you can see you are just logging with your email ID. You have required access to log in into this meeting. So you are able to log in. Okay. If you do not have this link, you do not have required access. So you are not able to log into this meeting. Okay. So example of software services, your SharePoint, your Microsoft Teams. Okay. These services are software. Okay. As a service where they already provide a software, you just need to go and log in. Okay. So if we saw some example, okay, so infrastructure as a service example is your virtual machine, networking, load balancer, firewall. Okay, these options we have available. Same as a platform as a service where you have a data available, okay, and you can set up this thing. So now if you move to platform as a service, you can upload your code package, okay, you can upload your data application, you can configure. Rest all the infrastructure stuff is going to take care from your Microsoft side. Okay, you can you do not need to touch your hardware. Okay, you already have a platform where you can run your application, run your data, store your data, everything you can do. Now same software as a service, you just need to grant the access to the people. Okay, after that granting the access, you have a required level of access, you can set up the configuration, you can access the particular service. Okay, so now if we do we have any question, any doubt till now? Are we good? Okay, so now let's move to next topic. Okay, so as I mentioned that about the location, about the region. Okay, so if I am creating, if I'm choosing to go with any Azure service, okay, like I'm planning to choose a virtual machine, any storage, any database, okay, any service I'm planning to choose. At that time, I need to specify, I need to tell my Microsoft that under which region, under which location I want to deploy the service. Okay, so you can see this is the high level diagram. Okay, where Microsoft has launched their data center. They already set up their data center in this different location. So as I mentioned, you can see here in the Brazil South, I have deployed one of my service. Okay, but someone who is trying to access my service from China North. Okay, so it's not like the person who is belongs to different region, they are not able to set up a connectivity, they are not able to access my data. No. Okay, so as per that, you can see, okay, whatever data, okay, I have, whatever service I have, okay, so I can access my service from any location at any time. Right now Microsoft has set up their data center into different location. Okay, and they are keep upgrading. So in the upcoming days we will see more location we have available. That's why we can see whenever we are using Azure services, okay, so your data is globally distributed. It means your data is globally available into different location. You can access your data at any time from any location. Okay, these are different reasons we have available, okay, in 140 different countries. Okay, so that's why this is just a high level idea how what is this location, what is this country, what is this region. So now you guys can refer. Okay, here you can see from South Africa also we have one data center. Okay, so at a time of deployment, if you choose South Africa, so it means you are choosing this data center, you are choosing another data center. So this way uh, you can choose the services. Okay, so any question? Okay, no, then we'll move to next topic. Okay, so
Sorry, please, can I ask a question?
yeah,
Okay, sorry to drag us back. For the for the for the once we just spoke about the wait, I'm coming, the SaaS or something like that, the PASS or what we just spoke about, does it mean that the last one, the software service agreement or something, since the service provider, since Azure is going to be giving us everything, does it mean the payment fee will be more expensive than the other two, whereby the features some are going to be provided by the user and some are going to be provided by the service provider?
yeah. So like on Azure, if you are using any service, okay, any particular application, any service, any resource you are going to use, on that, as I mentioned, we have different consumption model. Okay, for some service, it is like per execution wise, per hour by wise, and per subscription wise use. So same way, if you are moving with software as a service, on that also you have a particular amount you need to pay. Why? Because this is a service, okay, they are providing you. Okay, like if you are using any enterprise, okay, like if you talk about a high level, okay, like your organization, your enterprise is using a particular software as a service. So if you are consuming a software, so you need to buy some licensing. Okay, you need to purchase some keys. Okay, then only you are able to access that particular software. Okay, so this way you just need to I'm not saying that this is completely payable. Some software are open source also, they are available for free. But if you are moving with mostly software as a service tool, then they are paid. Okay, you need to pay some amount, then only you can access.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so now, yeah, so while now we understand what is cloud, okay, so in today's session we have covered what is cloud, what are different type of cloud options we have, like private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. Okay, what are different type of cloud concepts we have. Okay, like high availability, scalability, okay, and different consumption model. Okay, capital expenditure, operational expenditure. Same way we understand what are different type of services we have, like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Now if we talk about storing purpose, okay, what are the different type of data we have, accordingly we need to choose our services. Okay, so in that we have different types of data. Okay, so as per that we have different services available. Okay, so if you have a semi-structured data, then you are going to choose different service. If you have a structured data, then you are going to choose different service. And you have unstructured data, then you are going to choose different service. So We have three different type of data available: semi-structured, structured, and unstructured data. Okay, in semi-structured data, it is a non-relational data, no SQL data. Okay, where you do not have like a primary key foreign key concept. Okay, it is where you have a particular key value pair. Okay, you have a particular key and value associated with that. If you see this JSON file, okay, so in this JSON file you have a particular key, you have particular header, and you have an associated value of that. Okay, so in that case you have a NoSQL non-relational data where you can see a particular uh, key value pair you have. Okay, and the example of this one is your XML file, JSON file, or YML file. Okay, where you can see a particular relation is not in the data, but yeah, you have some pairs. In structured data, it is like a relational data you have. Okay, you have a primary key, foreign key concept. So if you see down, this ID is belongs to this one also, and this ID is belongs to this one also. So we can relate, we can connect these three tables with each other because one of the column is belongs to another one. Okay, so these are relational data. Okay, that is like a structured data where you know what type of data you are going to receive. Okay, and the particular file format you have. Okay, particular tabular format you have. Okay, so this is the easiest and storing data. Okay, usually in the database like in the SQL and these type of data we use to store structured data only. Next is your unstructured data where you are not sure what type of data you are going to receive. Okay, this is a ambiguous data, and here data could be in log file, media file, okay, any text file, okay, any audio file, this type of files you have. Okay, these type of data. So if you are dealing with semi-structured data, so we have like Cosmos DB, MongoDB, these type of solutions available on Azure which you can use for storing NoSQL data. If you are moving with a structured data, then we have Azure SQL database, Synapse, okay, different type of database options we have available for structured data. And for unstructured data we have blob storage, these type of services we have. So in tomorrow session we are going to cover about these different type of services, okay, as per the requirement which we can use. Okay, and accordingly what type of services we can plan and how you can get started on Azure. Today we got just get an understanding what is cloud and how this cloud will work. In tomorrow's session we are going to cover how this Azure will work, okay, and how you can start. Okay, like basic idea, login, creating some account, and moving into different services. Okay, so today we covered about what is cloud, okay, and type of clouds, and different services we have. Okay, and what are different cloud concepts we have. Okay, and different type of data and different consumption based model we have. So any question, any doubt you guys have, or are you good?
Hi, please, is this going to, I don't know if this class is recorded, if it's something we can be sent a link to watch again for better understanding.
Kushal, can you please help us? Yeah, this
Yes,
meeting
yes,
is
it
recorded,
is
but
recorded. Yeah, yeah. We can share a YouTube link for it later once it is
Okay,
available. Yeah, we will let you know
okay,
about it.
okay. Thank you very much.
yeah. So this PDF file, this slide, we cannot share. This is a Microsoft PowerPoint, okay, which we cannot share. As working as a MCT, we need to take care. We need to maintain PDF. But yeah, you can refer the link which we can share for your understanding. Okay, and you can, if you have any doubt, then you can join tomorrow session also and get in touch on that.
Hello, good
Okay.
morning.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes.
good morning.
Good morning.
Please, can you share the link for tomorrow program?
Sorry.
So I have
The
already
link, the
shared.
link for tomorrow class.
For the class link, Kushal is going to
Hello?
share with you,
Yes.
or
Okay,
this
okay.
recording.
Please share to the mail. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
have already shared it.
Okay. Yeah, Pradeep has shared the link, so you guys can join.
Yeah, so there are two things. Thanks, Diksha. One is Kushal has shared the link for tomorrow's session. You have to go to that site and register. And the second is, if you want to talk to other developers, if you want to ask questions, we have a Discord channel. I've posted the link there. Please join that Discord channel. Whatever events we do, whatever things we do, we always announce it there as well. So it is a great way to be connected.
Yeah, someone yeah, Abdul, you have raised your hand. Any question, any doubt?
It's not actually a question per se, but it's just a clarification that I heard that this particular training you are delivering, ma, it has a exam on what do you call it, on Microsoft's site. There is a certification exam
Hmm.
attached to this particular training. Are we going to be given that opportunity on this platform, like maybe a voucher or something of that nature, to take that exam after the program?
Exam voucher side, I guess Kushal will help you for exam voucher.
No, no, no. So there won't be any voucher after this session, but there are some of free learning sessions are also available on Microsoft site. If you want, we can share those on this chat later.
Yeah, Hemant. So your question is, shall we install and configure a real instance? So no need to set up, install or configure in your local. If you are moving, if you are doing demo on Azure, so we are going to set up everything on Azure. No need to set up everything in your local. Okay. Any other question? Are we good?
Yeah, I think there are no more questions, Diksha.
Okay. So thank you everyone for joining the session. We will meet tomorrow at same time and continue on our Azure topic.
Thank you, Diksha. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.